Previously on an awful lot of running.
Yeah, I think let's not even do like the whole usual song and dance and pretense about it. We're looking at our fourth retrospective. We're doing series 4 of New Who. This is Robin's most hated Christmas special.
Cannot stand this episode. This is just sad and depressing. Like, whose bright idea was this to see all these characters that you like constantly die one by one to this disaster? Like, that doesn't fill me with Christmas joy.
But this Christmas is going to be a very, very fun time. And at Christmas, we should do something festive. You're going to sit with us, and you're going to watch Voyage of the Damned. And you are going to fucking like it, boy!
Hello, you awful, awful people. And welcome to An Awful Lot of Running, a Doctor Who podcast.
Woo-woo.
Oh, Robin, what's the matter, bird?
I'm just not feeling very ho-ho-ho today. I've seen what's on the schedule.
Oh, buddy. Look, honestly, I think we're going to have a magic night. Really now. Look, I am Jack. Joining me, as ever, my partner in crime, my partner in time, is published author Robin FOALE.
I am here, although part of me... No. I make it sound worse than it is. I'm always happy.
Tension tonight.
I'm always happy to be with my lovely, amazing co-host Jack and our incredible editor, Star.
Robin, I can see it in your eyes. You're really not looking forward to this.
I'm looking at my door right now, wondering if I can make it inside, if I could just run out of this. But I've been really not looking forward to this episode.
Oh, I know the things we do for love. We're here. Star is here as well. How are you, Star?
I am good. I'm very good. I warned you this was coming. I totally didn't forget I said this in the Series 4 retrospective.
Yes, which if you haven't watched, definitely check it out. Me and Jack have a fabulous time talking about one of our favourite seasons, even though it starts off with us talking about this.
Well, look, let me first of all say to everyone, look, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Yes.
Christmas!
Happy holidays, to those who celebrate as well. This is going to be a golden episode, I tell you now. This is going to be truly, truly something wonderful now. I mean, we're covering one of my favourite Doctor Who Christmas specials ever. We're breaking format here. Do you know what's really funny? This is only the second, past Doctor Who, New Who episode that we did a whole focus on that's not been a currently airing one. If you that's what I mean, before this, the only one we've done before this is Rose. We've not focused on this. We've done a retrospective, like you said there, where we've covered this sort of in snippets, but we're really diving into Voyage of the Damned tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of fun that we've been spinning around, going all the way back to this where we did Series 4 retrospective, where I wasn't around for that one, but we've kind of spun it around and reconnected the pod again.
Exactly. And look, I know I'm being a bit of a Grinch at the moment with this, but actually I'm really happy that you're happy about this, Jack, and
I love it.
And Christmas is about a time of giving rather than receiving. So if this makes you happy, Jack, then albeit and no, I thought I could make a word for it.
Look, Robin, hand in your heart. Tell us why this is the one why is this the Christmas episode that you despise so much?
Okay. All right. Taking off the gloves here. For me, this is an episode that I watched back when it first aired. This would have been back in, oh my God, this was, I'm going to butcher this. Is this 2009 this came out in? Or,
2007, I
Yeah,
believe.
oh,
Yes,
okay.
2002, Christmas 2007.
Christmas 2007, right? I'm there with the family. We love our Doctor Who. It is our Saturday TV night, fajitas night. It's glorious time.
Wait,
And
do you have fajitas on a Saturday night? Do you
yeah.
have fajitas on Christmas Day?
Well, not on the Christmas day, no. That was a bit of a different tradition, but um, all right, Jack, come on. And we watched this, like being excited. You know, it's David Tennant. It's the Christmas special. We love these kind of little things at the end of the previous episodes, where it gives you that little golden hint about what's to come. And it's like, okay, Titanic, interesting choice for Christmas, but sure. And then we got to it. We watched the whole thing, and it actually put a real damper on our Christmas, on our night, because it is just such like I've softened on it a little bit since I first watched it. I've said that during our retrospective. My first ever score when I watched this was, back from memory, 1 out of 10. When I went back to rewatching this for our retrospective, went up to a 3 out of 10. Things could change tonight. I admit that. A Christmas miracle could happen, folks. But for me, it's just such a mean-spirited episode, an episode with so much death, that on Christmas Day of all errands, like if this hadn't been Christmas focused, I think I could have enjoyed this more. But the fact that it is Christmas, the fact that it's just so hollow to what this tradition is, that's what really soured it for me. And it's just, I can't get that sour taste out of my mouth.
Well, thank you for not dancing around the topic there, buddy. I mean, you could have kept spinning around, but I appreciate you just get into it there. I'm looking forward to, hopefully, just I'm really hoping that we watch this now and we come into it and you find some appreciation for it, because it certainly happened for me, because my most hated episode of Doctor Who for a long time was Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. I rewatched
Yeah,
it after you
yeah.
told me to, and I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I think it's a really great episode now. So
You know
I
Yeah.
think
what?
it's going to be quite
That's fair.
interesting. Yeah.
I'm
And
glad you got to. I'm glad you got to say something about this very tension-heavy episode, and especially on a night like this. Um, it's going to be a really fun one. I hope we don't miss a thing.
definitely, definitely.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, without further ado, we're now going to watch The Voyage of the Damned by Rusty Davis from Christmas Day 2007. We'll catch back with you all later. For
Lights,
now.
camera, action.
And we are back. So, was that a Vegas high? Or are we talking about things being pretty low here? Robin, I'm going to come straight to you. This is your most hated Christmas special. How was the experience of watching it with me and Star?
I'm processing. Part of that processing is because I got to watch Doctor Who with two of my closest friends, Jack and Star, people who I care and love, and a time of Christmas, and sometimes that can affect your enjoyment of media. And sometimes when you start to grow up, you start to appreciate things you didn't. You start to appreciate stories that aren't always meant to be happy stories. You know, to give a very random example, you do not watch BoJack Horseman, for example, for a happy story. That is a pretty miserable tale, but you watch it because it is a story, a narrative that is in its way worth telling. Just like not every single maybe Christmas special has to be a happy ending. Doesn't have to be a joyous time, which Star, you gave some great points as we were watching the episode, and I'll let you go into those a bit later. Is this my least favorite Christmas special still? I Until I rewatch all the others and give them a fair judgment, I still think this is still a low tier for me. But I do think my enjoyment of it has definitely improved. And I think I've gone from my first ever watch when I first watched this when it came out, a 1 out of 10, to warming up to it a little bit with a 3 out of 10 when we did the retrospective. And I can't give it a 5 out of 10. I feel like that is too low based on the fact that it does have good merits. It does have good storytelling, but I can't give it higher than a 6 out of 10. That's still above average, which right here on the show is something that we
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
Look, I'll take it. I'll take it. With a second to midnight, we did it. We turned him around, Start, in a way, you know. And if nothing else, Robin, that rating is sincerely yours. So
Yeah, and just like the fact that you said you love this episode, don't you, Jack?
oh
And
yeah.
you know, you keep Christmas in your own way, as they say, and I'm glad that you love it so much. And do you still love it after watching it?
I honestly, again, it was golden for me. I absolutely like it's magic to me. It really, really is. With a hand on my heart, you know, much like yours, where you had a hand on your heart. I just think it's a fantastic Christmas special. I think it's a great adventure caper for Christmas Day. I think the Doctor is phenomenal in it. I think the supporting cast is so great as well. I just think it's a really good episode, you know?
Mm. There's a lot of that, like the Murray Goad moments that, while some people could say have been overdone in certain episodes, I think here it hits the nail on the head. It
Exactly.
strikes those scores.
Hold on to now. Don't
Oh
worry
yeah,
about
yeah.
that. Hold on to now and exactly, yeah. So okay, let's go into this let's go into this proper, shall we? Okay,
Yeah.
so obviously it's set up with the ending cliffhanger of series 3. Obviously, yes, I know time crash technically happens in the middle there. I mean, I love time crash. Robin, you like time crash, don't you?
Yeah, it's fun, you know, it's dumb fun.
Star, time crash, yes or no?
Absolute cinema.
Yes. Okay, and I mean, I love it. Again, I think, you know, I think any red-blooded woman loves time crash, and it's really, really cool to then have that happen, but then have that cliffhanger still going and then be resolved in this, albeit just be the Doctor twists the nozzle, you know, and obviously we got the what
Yeah.
what
The whole opening is just, for me, when I was watching this as a kid, this was love at first sight for me. It was absolute magic. And just even just the fact that it's just the rewind, taking the Titanic back out and the TARDIS repairing itself, it was just so cool to see. And then it just goes straight, it flows so well from, oh shit, this happened, to going straight into this like big fantastical party. And like my oh my, the dancing that was present there, mwah, the scenery, mwah.
Oh, you
Oh,
were singing along the whole time with all the
I
songs.
love the songs in this. I love the songs. They
They're
are
great
absolutely
songs.
golden.
I did think
golden.
I was like, Star, you should be up on that stage singing it as well. Your disco needs you right now, because it was you were just phenomenal with knowing all the words to the songs there, and it's some great.
Yeah.
It's really funny. You know, the songs which are there are great, and obviously it's used again as a motif later on as well because it's just Murray Gold's score. But it was really funny. The Doctor got out of the TARDIS and we had that first shot of going around the ship. And I said, wow, it's really funny how the interiors of these ships look like fucking buildings in Wales, right?
we know the interiors in Wales, but at the same time, that I've said it before during our retrospective, but that cross between the ode of the Titanic, where it kind of, at first, it kind of alludes to it definitely being that era of ship, but then as more sort of little pieces get thrown in, like ever so slowly, into the more like, no, no, here's a red alien. It's like, oh, this isn't the Titanic. This is something more, and that's what gives it such a fantastical thing. And it's always that wonderful conduit for the Doctor who acts as the audience's point of perspective, where they get introduced to this mystery as well. And you're putting it wonderfully, Jack, where there were so many great scenes throughout this where you could just tell that the gears in the Doctor's head are turning, and just see him being like one step ahead or working stuff out. It's
Yeah,
marvelous,
I could.
marvelous.
It was. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the gears turning. It's the Doctor having the locomotion of going through what's happening there and figuring things out. Going, oh, okay, oh, there's a red alien there. Doctor being a bit racist, by the way, to like have a couple
Yeah.
instances here. Let's maybe not delve into that too much. Yeah,
I kind of forgot about the racist Doctor, but
yeah, it had me spinning around a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but then of course, obviously, we meet our guest star for the episode as well, in it being it's bloody Kylie Minogue, Robin. Like
it's
the
crazy.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely insane. And when you get a guest star, sometimes it can be like, okay, you mean they're not maybe an actor or an actress. Maybe this isn't like the main gig. Maybe they're not going to give it as much, but it's nice that they got them as a cameo. No, Kylie is so strong right off the bat, and her chemistry with David is absolutely top notch. There's no awkwardness. There's no David trying to sort of like do extra to sort of make it feel convincing. Whole time, it's so genuine. That's what I really love about it. You could probably really tell that they got on really well behind the scenes just from their amazing chemistry in this.
Oh yeah, it's really funny
Yeah.
as well because I think David spoke about as well in Confidential how like Kylie was like essentially like his first like celebrity crush. So
Yeah.
that'd be
Ah,
pretty. I mean, that would be pretty terrifying. Imagine that, and not only that, having to kiss your like celebrity crush as well for when you were
Yeah.
younger.
I mean, bless her. She had to get onto a box to kiss him.
Yeah.
That's a nice little touch, though. And there's a whole great cast in this. It's got oh, what's his name from Tracy Baker's in this, and that was
Yes.
such a time
Yes.
capsule
Yeah.
for me and
That's
Jack.
really. Yeah. I went. Oh, it's Duke. It's Duke from Tracy
Yeah,
Beaker.
yeah, yeah.
It's funny actually because I've seen him in a couple like couple plays. Like he was in what did I see him in? Kiss Me Kate, and I think I saw
Oh,
him. I saw him
really?
in something at the Northcott as well. He was in something in the Northcott, which I can't remember. It was
Oh,
in the Willows, which was like a upbeat
oh.
musical version of Wind in the Willows. So
What was he
yeah.
like, Mr. Toad or something?
No, he was like I think he was Badger. So
Northcote
like like
representation.
the old wise one. So yeah, which
Mm.
great casting for him. He's great in this, as is his wife in it, Foon as well, which is really great. We also meet as well. We meet. Is it? Oh God, what's his name? The bastard man, the
Richard
little
Slade.
bastard boy.
Richard
Bastard man.
Slade.
Yeah. Oh, wanker. Honestly.
If there's ever a character who you just wish died in this, it would be him.
Yeah. I really wish, like, if I was there, I'd want him to get out of my way. But
Mm.
Oh yeah.
alas, you kind of need that kind of with this team. We mentioned it a few times. It kind of does feel like D&D at times. It feels like a party going through, and
Mm.
it has
Really
that kind of energy.
does. It really star. That's fucking like we joked about it. We made a few like, oh, the Doctor's rolled a nat 20 in Persuasion here. Oh, this is like that bit in the D&D movie where they can only ask 3 questions to the corpses before they die again. But no, you're exactly right. Yeah, it really is. I mean, every Doctor Who story is a D&D adventure in a way, but this feels very, very true to that. In a
But
way
you
as
know
well.
what else is a D&D adventure? Dimensions and Daleks, also available on an awful lot of money.
Hey.
Thank you, Star. Thank you, Star. And there's even a
Oh,
Christmas special that you can listen to. So get
oh,
on
I should
that,
be so
folks.
lucky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, look, here's the thing though as well. Like, we're talking about what's his name again? The bastard man.
We'll just call him
Rickson Slade.
Bastards, man. Oh, do we
Rickson
have to call
Slade.
him that?
Yeah, let's call him Bastard Man. Bastard Man. Like, so many characters are sent off into the blue. Like we literally have the majority of the ship is sucked out into space. The steward at one point as well, which is really, really, and that obviously leads to one of the best Doctor Who scenes, like speeches ever, where
Mm.
there's a lot of Doctor Aura farming in this. There's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
which is great because this is peak. I spoke about it when we were watching it. This is the peak event TV Doctor Who. I want to say this is one of the highest rated highest watched episodes ever, or most watched episodes ever. Is that right?
I mean, it did get like 30 million or something on the first watch, which, like, you can't get those
Insane.
figures out. Well, you can, but like it has to be exceptional circumstances these days because a lot of stuff is relying on streaming. But like the Doctor Who at this point had a real groove for it. It was really knowing what it was doing, and like it was there. It was showing you off. It was in your eyes. It was perfect.
It's interesting as well because there's at this point when the meteors hit the ship and people start dying left, right, and center.
Yeah.
That was the point previously when I watched this where I just would always switch off and be like, no, this is the bit I don't like. This is the exact moment, that sort of time capsule pause moment of me with my family being like, and this is where we don't like it. And now being older and just sort of starting to appreciate more elements of the story, which I think unfold after this. I went from we were watching this, and I went from I'm not a fan, and then we started off doing a lot of commentary, a lot of jokes, as well as just like, oh, that's actually really interesting. That's a cool little detail. To we started going quite silent during our watch, and Jack was like, "Oh yeah, it's funny how we've all gotten silent. It's almost as if we're enjoying ourselves." And I was just like, No, I'm not. No, I'm not, Jack. Don't put words in my mouth."
I
But it
think
does. It does. Yeah.
Robin, come on, you can confide in me. Come on.
Yeah, look, buddy. Let's be honest. I know that for you, traditionally speaking, like you switched off as soon as the high def toll came in because you had the fellow drink servers and the fellow servants. Where does the DJ go? They get sucked out into space, obviously, as well. The steward, there's a high def toll in this episode, and I think it's totally valid to sort of be put off that in a way. I would also say that obviously this is Doctor Who, and we're not strangers to high def tolls, but I understand it, and I understand why you felt like that for so long. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think
I have to give some context as well that in any media, any story, when there's innocent people that get killed off in ways like that, that's just something that sort of just not triggers, that's not the right word, but it upsets me. So
It does feel a bit fast paced, like in terms of all the deaths, they're kind of majoritively all clumped together, and it feels a bit fast. It could be a lot more slow.
Sure.
Yeah, it's true. There's those deaths, and then there's the implied deaths that we don't see because obviously at one point, holy shit, Barclay's in this episode. What's happening? We're getting a spoiler for the war between the land and the sea. What do you mean? No, he's just an actor and he's been reused. Oh, apologies. No, yeah. So there's a point where Alonso, or he's on the ship and the deck there, and he's looking at all the different life signs, and he's like, oh, there's about 50 or 60 people alive, and the life signs start going down because we have the heavenly hosts, who, by the way, such a simple design. Oh my god, is it so iconic and so beautiful. Just the image of this golden robe robot in a white robe with a halo which they can take off, which like the image then of them taking off the halo and those two sticks poking up there, so simply just being like, oh, now it's a devil.
I never got that. I never got that until you pointed it out, and I'm like, okay, damn, that's really good. Yeah. It's such a simple yet creative, great design. It really is.
They warned us in Series 2 Doctor Who. The angel put the devil in me.
Yeah. But I'd also say it's best the devil you know in this, and that certainly comes into play when later on the Doctor has to use the Heavenly Hosts to get up to the bridge. But I'm skipping ahead because there's just so many great set pieces in this episode as well. Let's cut back a second. Let's go to, obviously, the Doctor meets Banner Cavalata. He meets Astrid. He meets the couple as well, and they get taken down by Mr. Copper to Earth. I'm not going to draw attention to the thing that's referenced, okay? Because it's not actually referenced. It's just a couple numbers being strung together, and we're not even going to talk about it because by the time this episode comes out, it will be a long, distant stain on the human race.
Am I going to date this podcast? Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Don't do it.
6-7! 6-7! 6-7!
Star.
But we also, it's really funny. I just want to say it very, very quickly, is we have our first appearance of beloved Wilfred Mott, played by the late great Bernard Cribbins, appear in this episode. And it's such a beautiful little scene of it's supposed to be a cameo, isn't it? Of just being like, oh, here's Bernard Cribbins. You know him from Dalek Invasion of Earth 21 AD, right?
Yeah.
God,
it's such a perfect little subtle introduction to the character that we later grow to love and care. I mean, we already instantly care about this guy straight away because obviously he's got that history with Doctor Who. But then as he grows, and then Series 4 happens, and we learn more about him, and then this kind of a different Christmas special, but at the end of time he's doing his little Wilf Chiggy Wiggy dance, that kind of whole thing. Beautiful.
It's really funny as well because at the time of shooting, this would have just been a cameo. It's only after, obviously, the tragic death of the actor who played Donna's father that they went, oh, let's bring him back as Donna's grandfather to fill this gap instead. And obviously he is so instantly just like, oh, you instantly fall in love with him. It's such a beautiful performance. And it's really funny, Star, because I pointed out straight away, I was like, oh, I know where that road is in Cardiff. That's not a road anymore. It's all pedestrianised. If you look, the steps behind them when they land, they're the same steps that Jackie Tyler runs down when the Autons attack her in Rose.
I have to also talk about how obviously, if anyone listened to the season 2 coverage we did, during Lucky Day, I was in Cardiff. It's very weird watching Doctor Who and then being able to go, oh, I've been there. And I am so jealous of everyone that lives so much more locally who can just go out and do that every day.
I've spoken about it so many times. One of my favorite things is walking down the street in Cardiff going, oh, wait, they filmed Doctor Who here. This is where the trap street is,
Oh, has me dancing every time. Has me dancing.
So obviously we come back to the ship and everyone seems very, very happy. I want to take a second to talk about the captain on the bridge there, who gives, I think, such a brilliant, understated performance and is almost an unsung hero. Not in the sense that he causes this to happen, but in the sense that his performance is that brilliant.
And that line as well, which I've somehow missed every time I've watched this, but that great line where he was told that they promised me owed men, not boys. And it's like, oh, that's such a great line.
It's such depth, isn't it? It's such depth to this character who's like, I've been told I have however many months to live. They
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
I've been offered so much money for my family. But then he's also got this heart about him that he's still doing it, yes, but he wished he wanted old dogs. They promised him that, but no, he got these young boys with their whole life ahead of him.
It's
Yeah.
great because his screen time is what, maybe 5 minutes max or something, if less.
something like
And when you give characters like that such great lines, it adds so much depth to them that can like fill in so many gaps that are off screen. And it can also just be made even more great when it's delivered by great actors, which Doctor Who's very good at getting great actors. And oh, yeah, it's a just brilliant line, which I've missed all these years, and now hearing it, it's like
because you were
that's
too
good.
biased in how much you hated it.
Yeah, it's the shock. It's the shock thing that sort of throws you off from a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I'll admit it.
It's really funny though, again, because I remember watching it and just being like, there's so much I love about this. Like just the shots, the transitions, the dialogue, the pace of this episode is so great. And again, it just made me think like, huh, what happened? You know?
Oh
But
no,
let's not digress into that territory.
back
Hey, let's
in
be
my
positive.
day.
Yeah, let's be positive. Yeah. And obviously all shit breaks loose. We have the meteorites or the asteroids hit the Titanic. So many people sucked out into space. The steward tries to take control, is then sucked out, leading to one of the most iconic Doctor Who speeches of all time. Well, who the hell are you? Robin, please give us the whole speech.
Oh no! Don't expect me to do this.
I'm the Doctor. I'm the planet. I'm the planet Cerberus.
No.
Calibrated. Fucking. Go on,
Come on,
I'm the
start.
Doctor.
I
I'm a Time Lord.
That's
I'm
it.
from planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Cerberus. I'm
I am
903 years
903
old, and I'm the man who's going to save your lives and all 16 people on the planet below. You got a problem with that?
There.
Thank you.
No.
Do you know what's so annoying? Every other day of my life, every other moment of my life, I can do that without having my head spin around like that. But because I put Robin on the spot, trying to be all fucking funny, trying to be all cute. Oh, who's the little bully on the podcast? It's me. I fucked myself over. You know?
The bully becomes the bullied.
Yeah. I deserve it. I do.
No, I wish I could do that line justice. It is fantastic, and it is the groundwork for so many modern Doctor Who speeches as well. Like it's when it sticks, it sticks for a reason, and oh, it's wonderful, amazing,
Marvelous.
marvelous even. And it does do a really good job following on this with giving us little extra time with all these characters. We've been introduced to them before. We know like the personas they put on or the things that are we kind of like, oh well, he's an Earth historian. Of these two won a competition, and then you realize that bless her, the only reason that the wife won the competition is because she spent like 5,000 calls in order to do so they're bankrupt. But does he get angry or anything? No, he still loves her even for doing something so ridiculous. And
Exactly.
it's so
Of all the
charming.
lovers, they are the cutest.
Oh,
Oh
so
god,
are.
yeah.
I love that he's like, what does it matter now? Like, look at us, he's there trying to fix this bloody, this bloody robot angel. And he's like, what does it matter? Like we're already having to fight for our lives. We'll spend 20 years, paying this off, but I love you. And I think that's just so beautiful. It's so sweet.
It's good to see the characters. They're clearly scared, but I do like the fact that these characters do come together. Like aside from Bastard Man, he's a bastard man, but like everyone else comes together, and I think any other writer could have maybe fallen into the trap of going, okay, everyone's panicking, therefore everyone's got to be arguing or yelling, and it really is something about hope, which I think Doctor Who's very good with. It's like bringing in hope, bringing in the fact that there is a chance of survival, which keeps them going.
It's something that all the characters have to hold on to now. It's a very important thing. And just, I think even Brixton Slade is an arsehole the whole time, but he's a pivotal part because you need that contrasting element. Like we said earlier, it's like a D&D party, and Rickson slays that one bastard that wants to basically god mod the game.
I mean, actually, Star, that's a good point because you brought up a fantastic point when I was watching this, when I was still a little bit on the fence, because this is still kind of early on in the story. Um, and you were bringing up the fact that, just because it's a Christmas thing doesn't necessarily mean that Christmas is always going to be a happy thing, always going to
Yeah.
be a happy story.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, obviously, Christmas and media and interpretation tends to be this great big joyous event. But realistically, and taking this kind of somber for a moment, it's not like that. There are people right now that aren't going to have a happy Christmas. There are people that have suffered, and obviously Palestine, Ukraine, that kind of stuff. They're not going to have like and what holidays they have. There's people whose parents have passed, or children have passed, or pets. For me, it's like on the day of recording this, we're recording this on the 1 year anniversary of the passing of my dog. And it's kind of been a difficult day for that, but I've been sidelining it because I'm like, oh, podcast focus. And I think it's important that while Christmas is a very joyous event, it's coming together, it is also important to take a moment to think not everyone is having this joy. And it's not okay. I don't want to say it's okay, but it's important to remember that these things are happening, and it's important to remember. I'm going to borrow from a different Christmas special, that every Christmas is last Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And it's important to remember that like these things are really special, and they don't always mean happy. It just means now.
Beautifully said, Star.
Again, I think you're totally valid for feeling how you felt, Robin, but I'm glad in a way that you're seeing it from our sort of perspective as well now, which is, really great. Going back to the characters having great scenes, Astrid and Banner Cavalata, who's a little spiky red cyborg man, have a beautiful scene as they're trying to figure out how to get all the other characters through this hole there. It's it's really interesting to see that apparently where they come from, people are racist to cyborgs. Okay, but not anymore. Now they can get married. Okay, sure.
It's a little iffy that politics being thrown in. It does add up, to the main villain at the end of this as well, but it's still a bit just like, did we really need quite that?
Yeah, it does feel a bit it's an interesting addition, isn't it? Let's just say that much. Okay, but then again, we get lovely scenes. We have lovely scenes with Astrid the Doctor and Mr. Copper as well, which is they're just fantastic. They are. I think one of like the best moments in the episode is that set piece of, which again is pulling straight from the Poseidon adventure, is them having to walk across the narrow beam to the other side of, yeah.
It's a great set piece. I still stand by the husband's death as the most mean-spirited thing this whole thing.
It's the most mean-spirited moment in the entire episode. It is. But what I would say is, as he's dying, as he's about to die, he literally says, no, they're right. We have to let them go first. Like, so he's being heroic in what he says there, which makes what then happens with him all that more tragic.
It's just a shame because if we just let Bastard Man go first, we could have gotten rid of him. But
it's the equivalent of this like really well built character rolling in that one.
Yeah, the D&D party. Oh, that's certainly an interesting way to look at it.
Yes, I'm using D&D to manipulate you, Robin.
You know how to
like
speak my
this
language.
episode. You will like it.
Which is really great, because obviously the Heavenly Hosts are trying to come through there, and Mr. Copper then has this great line where they stop. He's like, "Oh, we've forgotten the stories of this world," and you look up and you see all the Heavenly Hosts flying there, which is rather interesting because it's like, oh wait, Robin, you made the joke. Go on, you say it.
I made the joke and instantly regretted it. Of they fly now?
They fly now. And it's like, yeah, they're angels, they have wings, but I don't know, it's just very interesting decision to also make them fly. But then again, you do get that sick ass moment when the halo's off.
I think it makes sense that they fly because, like, obviously they're also information bots, but like they do seem like they had other tasks, and like you see in some of the sets of the Titanic, the spaces are quite high up. I could see people using them to go like for heights and stuff.
Okay, so I suppose so a rich person let go of their balloon, they could fly up and get it for them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
A balloon of all things, but yeah, no, I get you.
Plus, well, no, that's
could
what
do
the fucking rich do,
sure.
Robin. They have balloons like, my balloon's going up there. Send your robot to get it for me, and that's what they do, isn't it? Eat the rich is what I'm saying. And then obviously Banakavalata sacrificed himself, distributing an EMP pulse, which is fucking great. It's that after the heavenly hosts have started throwing their halos like they're fucking Beyblades.
You started just singing Beyblade's intro with that.
I couldn't help myself, no. But then what's really cool then is you have one crash down onto the top there, which was interesting because apparently it was going to fall the very thin walkway they're going across. It crashes down on it, but doesn't take the walkway down. And you both pointed out, you said, well, the Doctor should have kicked it over the edge, right?
Like even just for like the weight of it, just to like distribute weight, if not to get rid of a threat, which Star pointed out. And I was like, yeah, that's very true.
Because it does come back alive, but then Doctor rolls a nat 20 in fucking persuasion and does the whole loophole bypass thing number 42. And having made other ones like in different numbers there, and obviously then
like 6, 7.
Shut up.
And then gets 3 questions to be able to ask this thing, which is really, it's just a great little detail. Again, it feels so Doctor Who. The Doctor just, using his smarts or his brains or his fucking luck to get out of a situation, as opposed to trying to dismantle the heavenly host with a sonic screwdriver or something, So which would just ultimately be boring. I just think it's really cool. And then obviously Thune sacrifices herself. I mean, she pulls the robot down with her, joining her husband in her sacrifice. The things we do for love, I suppose. Yeah, it's a hard scene, but it's her being ultimately absolutely heroic, which I think is beautiful.
I think it's the fact that both of them are so heroic when I'm pretty sure Bastard Man doesn't do anything in that fight.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
And it's like, because everyone else, even like Mr. Copper, he pulls up like a weapon, he's fighting back. He gets cut across the back, but he still keeps fighting.
I think the only significant thing that Rickson does in this entire episode is Sonic's the door.
Yeah. That's his one contribution.
Yeah. So obviously they come out of that room then and they split off then because they've got the EMP. The Doctor goes to try and do something else, is then found by a bunch of heavenly hosts, but again, using his mind, manages to go, oh, wait, hang on a second. I'm a stowaway. I don't belong here. Therefore, I'm not a survivor. So take me to your leader.
Yeah.
I love the Max Capricorn performance in this.
It's so camp.
It's so camp. It's so smarmy. It's so slimy. Like my name's Max. And then when you actually meet him and he's in the fucking cyborg body as well. And he's just, he's talking about how essentially this is just, it comes down to insurance, but also just fucking over the board, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which is like the most petty kind of thing. But of course, for him to be like part of a company, of course he'd do this.
Mhm.
Of course
Yeah,
he'd be like, it's just a few thousand people
it's
to get my
fucking exactly,
revenge.
yeah. A few thousand people, all 6 billion on the planet below. It's collateral. It's capitalism. It's he's just gone. Like, wait, you can't do this to me. I built this company.
Yeah.
He's basically just having the Norman Osborn moment from Spider-Man 1, isn't he? But then takes it to there, and he has a great line read of Doctor as well, which is really great. I always love when the villain gets to have that standoff with the Doctor, and you
Mm.
get it's beautiful scene. It really, really is.
And of course, what's more gut wrenching, of course, is it leads up to Kylie saving the day by making the ultimate sacrifice. She
She
gets
had to.
her. Yeah, no, she
They
had to.
couldn't afford her past this episode.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. It would have bankrupted the show because her chemistry with David is so good, and Astrid and the Doctor are instantly this perfect team. You could see her traveling with the Doctor for a long time, and it's not just the fact that she's a blonde in a short skirt. He's, you know, Robin made a joke of he'd be like, "Oh, Rose, I mean Astrid."
It's like, oh no, you called them your ex. Oh no.
Funny, the 10th Doctor really has a type, right?
Mm.
But
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
so obviously, yeah, she has to die, doesn't she? Or something has to happen there where it means that she can't travel with the Doctor. But my God, the way she goes out is one of the all-time greats. And just the look on his face as it happens is just utterly heartbreaking. But then you have this really weirdly just gorgeous shot of like explosions around him as he looks walking towards the hosts, utterly depressed,
Mm.
but aura farming to all hell. This is the aura farm of aura farms in Doctor Who. That shot.
Oh, what was it that you said during it? It's like writers high context or something. Or what was
Oh
it you
yeah,
said?
no, yeah, I know who writers use subtext, and they're all
That's it,
fucking
something.
gods. Yeah, which because you have the Doctor aura farm, and then stand there and just raise his arms for two heavenly hosts to come either side, and literally have him ascend as if he hadn't already done that in Last of the Time Lords. Literally go, yes, no, the Doctor is Jesus, by the way, and
And
then
then
you have them do the oh yeah, Kool-Aid Man through the fucking ceiling. But Star, you
uh,
pointed out that I'm just gonna let you say your point, Star.
He bumps his head on that the way up. There's a little bit where you can see that Ted specifically hits his head. We should have had Matt Smith at the end of this episode.
his Matt Smith's
Look,
head pops out instead, and it's just like, yep, that's
if
his first
Colin
appearance.
if Colin Baker hits his head on the console and regenerates into Sylvester McCoy, we should have had. Oh, I'm the Doctor, by the way, Alonso. Oh, that doesn't quite feel right. Can you change your name to Geraldine so I can go Geraldine Geronimo? I don't fucking know.
So was that your Matt Smith impression?
Yeah, that's not. Or hey, it's better than any of your Doctor impressions.
That is very true. I'll give you that.
He can do a mad Tim Curry though, everybody.
That is very true. I'm very happy with my
Well.
That was actually pretty good there, Jack. I like that. Oh,
I do also really love. He does have that scene, where he's like, "Oh, what's your name? What's your name, Shipman?" He's like, Alonso. Really? Like you can see that genuine excitement go through. He's just seen someone who would have been his potential companion sacrifice themselves, and he's already back to doctoring.
and we also get what I think is another great scene. And it's interesting because you'd think that this next scene that happens would be just even more of a gut punch, even more of a why would you watch this for such a festive episode? Like it feels so harsh, but actually rewatching it now, the scene where he tries to bring her back through the teleport,
Oh,
the bringing back her, what's it, her atom consciousness,
Yeah, because she was wearing
Yeah.
She's
the
wearing a
trap.
teleport bracelet, and then
Yeah.
they used some sci-fi nonsense to try bring her back, and then just it couldn't work, so she was
He
stuck
tried,
saying, "Stop me
yeah.
from falling."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stop Me From Falling, which by the way is a Kylie song, Robin, if you didn't realize before.
I did
So
not.
it's
That's a
so
nice
that's a
touch.
lovely little, Do you ever think she read that in the script and rolled her eyes, or do you think that was a lovely little nod? You know,
I don't know. I'd like to imagine that she maybe had like a little fan sort of they included that.
yeah, it's cute, isn't
You
it?
know.
But they tried to heaven sent her essentially.
Mm,
They
I
tried to bring her back like heaven sent, which is again obviously I know later on, but it's just funny, isn't it? It happened twice. But then you have that lovely bit, and I must admit I'm quite proud of this joke here that I made during our watch along of it, because as she floated off, I went, and then there was Astrid Beth. She she died protecting the doctor from a man parked car, and then he stands up and goes, she lives on as a consciousness traveling through the universe. Well, that's all right then.
that
God,
one broke me when you said that, Jack. I was in
yeah, that
stitches for a solid two
I have not been
minutes.
able to get. I genuinely cannot get you out of my head on that one. That was fucking gold.
I just love it for whenever you have a character that dies in Doctor Who now, it's all I can think of.
Yeah.
All I can think of is that scene in the giggle, which again is the best scene in the giggle, but my God. Oh, it's
It's
just a
definitely
great episode. I want to come back to though, because it's after that, or before that, even you have obviously Bastard Man say to the Doctor, I'm rich now because I invested in all the Max Capricorn's rivals. And Mr. Cobb has that beautiful line, which, by the way, sums up what later happens in, bloody Waters of Mars and other stuff. It's like, if he's not the Gone Star, you can do it better than me since he rich.
I can't remember the specific words, but it is something along the lines of, if you could choose who lived or died, that would make you a monster. And obviously, yeah, with Wars of Mars, he is choosing who lives and dies.
Mm-hmm.
it's
It's really lovely to see that and see it picked up later on as well. And again, it's the sort of thing it's the depth of storytelling I wish we had in Doctor Who currently, which hopefully we'll see come back into things. Hopefully we'll see stuff not being so sort of dumbed down so that you can watch it with your TV or have Subway Surfers stream along the side of it.
Yeah.
I do think as well that's a really nice line to sort of end on the board the Titanic. It really does encompass what this whole episode is about. Like that's exactly its inspiration is the Poseidon adventure, and that's very much, you know, not everyone is going to survive who you want to survive, but sometimes life isn't fair like that. And I do think that that scene followed right after the Kylie one does really work. But then we also get a really nice scene at the very end of the episode that just sort of brings it all back, brings that element of hope, which has been present throughout the whole episode of them trying to work together, trying to survive. And that's them being back on Earth, isn't it, Jack?
Yes, yeah. And it's a really lovely scene of them walking to the TARDIS, the Doctor and Mr. Copper walking
Cardiff Bay in
over.
the background.
Yeah, Caleb Bay in the background, yeah. And he has such this beautiful line, like, where he realizes he's essentially fucked up, but has all this because he's of his fuck up now. I have money. It's
Mm.
it's so beautiful. It really is. It's I love that and the sentiment it has. And then you have the Doctor saying goodbye to him, and I just think it's a wonderful Christmas special, Robin. And I wish I could have you hold you in my arms, just have you see it through my eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I got through my watch with both of you a much more deeper understanding of this. I can see why the both of you love it as much as you do. And I, through watching it with you, spotted a lot of things that I'd missed and things that I now hold a great stand-in to appreciate far more. Is this my go-to Doctor Who Christmas special? Definitely not.
Mhm.
You know, if I want something that I think is truly joyous or just like Christmas in my mind for Doctor Who, I'll put on like Christmas
Oh,
Carol.
yeah, I was going to say Christmas Carol. For me, it's Christmas Carol or Husbands of River Song or
Mm,
Twice Upon a Time.
yeah, yeah. See,
Oh,
all bangers.
last Christmas for me, ultimate favorite.
Mm,
I love the concept and that one. I love everything about it.
Mhm.
Uh, I'd save that for another episode. Though.
but
Yeah. Oh,
hey, I've definitely have a great appreciation for this through you, and you know what? This ain't a bit. I didn't go into this thinking that I would come out of this enjoying this more. I generally didn't, and I was generally not super psyched for watching this episode, but I actually did have a lot more fun for it, and I think, you know, maybe that's some magic of Christmas happening there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
the whole point of this episode, I think, as I kind of said earlier, it's not going to be like to quote 15. It's not going to be all padam padam. It's going to be kind of devastating, but you will have moments of hope. There will be little
Yeah.
glimmers of joy. Not everyone will get that. Some people will just feel the devastation, and it will feel terrible. But I think the idea that you can just persevere through all the horror, no matter how tough it gets, it's perseverance. Not everyone makes it, but it's just persevering.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah. And I will say as well, I would say this isn't my favorite Christmas special. It's one that I adore. I really think it's great. This is probably the most I've enjoyed it, seeing it tonight,
Okay.
actually. So,
Really?
yeah. And if I was going to rate it, I know you did your rating towards the start there, Robin. You brought it up to a 6. I'm going to give it a very high 8 out of 10, personally. I
Fair.
think it's that strong. I think it's wonderful. I think there are other ones I like more. I think there are other ones that are tighter, but I think what it does here is so brilliant as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Star.
I think I'm going to give it slightly higher. I'm going to bring the points into this 8.5.
Lovely. Yeah, no,
Lovely.
I'd say I said high 8, so I go around that. If not,
Yeah.
do you know 8 point? I can't even do the point. I'm just saying it's a high 8. It's an 8 plus. All right. Awesome. Okay, brilliant. Well, I tell you what, that is going to bring us over to our space time telegraph, our audience sending section. I'm over on twitter.com. I am because I refuse to say anything else. We got a couple of responses over on our tweet where we said it's time to revisit Christmas 2007 as we try to sway Robin into liking Voyage of the Damned. Will he remain a Grinch or will his heart grow? I think we can definitely say your heart has grown, Robin, can't we?
It
Yeah,
has.
and I just want to say as well, I want to point out as well that Star has started a brand new account, Beyond Star's artwork over on Instagram. Please go and check out her work. She does amazing stuff for the podcast as well as editing it. The thumbnail and just the art she's done for Voyage of the Damned is beautiful here.
Gorgeous.
Go and support her. Go and commission her.
Thank you.
Give her your hard-earned money gold coins because she will make you the most beautiful art.
Yeah, you're being too kind, but yes, I will toot my own horn just a little bit, just a little treat because it's Christmas. I think I've gotten within the last month, my editing skills have like rocketed up. I don't know what it is. I'm just glad I found it and I'm rapidly enjoying it. I'm currently at time of recording personally a Christmas series. By the time this is out, all my Christmas edits should be out, and then I'll be doing God knows what else. And yeah, but back to the audience.
Yeah, well, first one comes from Troy Red Archer Live, friend of the show, friend of the Doctor Who community show as well, I will say. Troy says, best Christmas special, easily, no contest, with an asterisk, and says, okay, fine. Christmas Carol is very close.
I mean, Christmas Carol is absolutely
Christmas
brilliant.
Carol is up there.
Yeah. Christmas Carol is probably the best one, I'd say, in my opinion. Three. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite one, but I'd say story wise, I think it's the best one. So yeah,
That's fair.
I take that. Okay. Alexander at the Rebel of Time says it's great, but it's no Unquiet Dead, aka the best Christmas special. I know this is going to tick off a certain star.
Okay, see, I messaged him after this because I found it very funny. As I mentioned, I'm doing a kind of Christmas / festive series. I included Unquiet Dead. This does not bother me. I see Unquiet Dead as a Christmas episode. I don't see it as a Christmas special, but it is a Christmas episode undeniably.
Absolutely. I think it's really great that no matter what, we can say that the Ninth Doctor got a Christmas special. So yeah, or a Christmas episode at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And then we've got one more. Someone quote tweeted it. This is Lewis at Geek 57583. I hate the numbers, people. They just said one of the best Christmas specials.
Valid, nice, simple,
Yeah.
to the point.
I think it's up there. I think it's up there. I think it's one of the best ones. But I think I enjoy them all for different reasons. But I'm going to say it now. I think I enjoy Voyage of the Damned way more than Joy to the World. So
over on the An Awful Lot of Running Discord, which you can find in the description via the link tree. Our first response there is from Nat, one half of Cat Nat from 77 years. Shout out Red Twilight. The
Nat,
best Doctor Who fan series I have seen. Or, well, rather listened to, but also seen the visuals on it are very good. Very good.
Listen to Red Twilight. So
especially that title sequence.
marvelous.
Well done, Law. Anyway, enough praising that. Onto the comments. Voyage of the Damned was my absolute favorite episode as a kid. I think it's the one I rewatched the most. I was absolutely obsessed with Banakafalata and would just walk around saying his name all the time. So it's a classic to me, but at the same time, I haven't gone out of my way to rewatch it in around 10 years. I think that's kind of similar for a lot of people. I think the Tennant specials are ones that like you rewatch as a kid because it's like all exciting and new. But as you kind of grow up, you're kind of like, it's still got that nostalgia. It's still got good. I still enjoyed watching it. I still will enjoy watching it, but it does kind of wear off because it's like you've watched it so many times as a kid.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's so. It's like we spoke about when we were talking about the episode. It was event TV at this point, so that Christmas Day slot was so just important because as fans, we'd sit there. My family got annoyed by it at a certain point where they realized that they had to be silent through Doctor Who. Like that was the rule because Jack was there and I had to have silence my new episode of Doctor Who. So don't you dare fucking talk, you know?
Okay. I had a similar thing. My dad genuinely just left the room.
Oh.
Based.
Following on from that, though, we have Ewan who's saying, kind of in response to that he still has the figure with the removable chest and info stamp thingy accessory of Banakafalata. It's not an info stamp. That's the next Christmas special after this. Get your facts right, Ewan. Go.
That's a pretty cool detail though for the figurine. I have to say that's nice.
Yes. Buy your strippable Banakafalata action figure.
No! Oh no! I didn't mean it like that.
Bring out his metal nip nops.
Now that is what Robin meant.
Oh my!
I am going to for the next one from George C. Music, who has done wonderful music for An Awful Lot of Running, wonderful music for Star Power, and wonderful music for Red Twilight. George says, Voyage of the Damned, gaudy and tonally all over the place and occasionally a bit tasteless. It's quintessentially Christmas. On one hand, I do like the audacity of mashing together the Poseidon Adventures and Starship Titanic for a Christmas special, But on the other hand, it's very oddly structured for a disaster film spoof with all the major deaths happening in one set piece just over the halfway mark instead of spread throughout the runtime. Could have also been done without the whole Queen waving it bit. My inner Christopher Eccleston just wants the ship to plow straight through the palace, to be honest. On the third hand, because I'm Zaphod Beeblebrox now, there's a bunch of stuff that's charming. Banda Cafalata is wonderfully bonkers. The hosts are a nice piece of design. And the plot being a insurance scam weirdly reminds me of Deep Rising, which is another odd thing to pick as an inspiration for a festive special. So my opinions are, at best, shall we say, mixed. I only watched it twice, once on broadcast and once again recently with the kids, who did enjoy it a bunch for what it's worth.
Ah,
That's fair. Totally valid, I think.
Yeah.
As well.
And it's cool as well to hear new audiences, new generations, and like appreciating it. When it's like out of their end, they're not to use the word jaded, but like to use like they weren't there
No,
when...
we're jaded. We're jaded.
Oh, yeah. It's not
Doctor
like
Who
stars in your
fans.
eyes.
Doctor Who fans are old and jaded.
Okay, but like
we're watching
not...
a fist fucking show and saying it's better than Doctor Who. All right.
Anyway, dragging us straight back to conclude the Discord part. It's very poetic how this has worked, because we started with one half, we're ending the Discord part with the other half. We have Kat, enemy of the podcast. It feels weird me saying that, not Jack. Jack, redo that bit. Say the enemy of the podcast bit for me.
I don't know this Cat. All I know is the master.
Close enough.
Enemy of the podcast.
There we go. Kat says, I think it's the quintessential episode that represented the 2005-2009 buzz around Doctor Who, for better or for worse. It's completely what the image of the show was back then, which is probably helped by the sheer viewing figures it pulled. I think it's fine. It's good. Watching it as a kid, I obviously thought it was better. When I watch it now, I think it's actually paced very quickly, and that makes it feel like quite a lot at once. I think once you stop being able to get away with camp shit like this post 2010, to be honest. Imagine showing the monarchy in an episode now. Jesus Christ. I find 10 a bit unbearable in this one, actually. The fucking 900 years old speech. It's classic, and I've used it for writing inspo for the Doctor, obviously, but it's like, I don't actually care for you at all, Mr. 10.
Again, totally valid. I see what Kat's saying now. I think, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of whimsy in this. I don't think you get away with post 2010. And yeah, let's face it, we'd all be up in arms if we had the monarchy feature in an episode now, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We're a lot more woke nowadays, people.
We do have one post over here on Blue Sky, and that is Marcus at Resurrected Marcus. Sorry, butchering the pronunciation of that. And they respond with, we really need a mini-sode where future Doctor ruins Wixton Slade's life, aka Bastard Man, which 100% down for that. He doesn't have to do anything too vindictive, but he could be really annoying, like minor inconveniences, like replacing the milk in his fridge for expired milk, and like just things like that. That's just really just dragging.
Like the 11th Doctor is Loki. It would be really funny just to see that happen. Like, there's a Thanos comic about how Thanos literally
I know the one.
ruins this one dude's life. Right, just ruins this one dude's life just because he's that evil. Like,
it's like every birthday, right, where he just does something horrible.
Yeah, like he shows up, he's like, hey buddy, kills his girlfriend. There's like something like that, or like, just something else, just terrible, like that. But obviously not to that level because the Doctor's a hero, but just does something which mildly inconveniences this dude like a lot. And then, but obviously, it's like a future Doctor doing it. So I think that's
Yeah.
quite funny. Yeah.
It's like the milk being expired, or it's like he makes sure that the alarm clock goes off an hour late so they're late to work.
Just,
Things like that.
just one day, he just takes the dude's chair. He's about to sit down. That's all he does.
Oh.
Like,
It's so vindictive, but it's so petty. I want to see this now. Like
yeah,
in one of those books, like a different point of view, and it says the Doctor is a dick.
love it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
well, thank you so much for all these sendings there, everybody. That is going to take us over to the Cannon Buster. I'm changing up the Cannon Buster a bit this week, Robin,
Oh, okay.
because I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to reheat your Christmas dinner and give it to you in the form of a turkey curry now. Okay.
Okay. Bring
Because
back your
this is
Christmas
something,
soup.
yeah, this is something I've spoken about before on the podcast, but Star and I, is a little Christmas present to you. I'm going to give you a little dramatic reading of the infamous Clive Swint, Ben Cook, Doctor Who magazine interview.
Oh my God. Yes.
So for this, for the audience at home, if you, Robin, I will be playing the role of Benjamin Cook,
And
who
I'm
is
playing Clive Swift.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
So here we go. Hello, Clive. I'm recording this interview on tape, if that's all okay.
Don't you know shorthand?
It's a dying art, isn't it? I find dictaphones are more reliable interview situations. I want to quote what you say accurately.
And lots of actors won't do interviews on tape.
I've never noticed that in almost a decade of doing this job.
I'm an actor. As soon as you switch that thing on, I'm performing. I think you'll find that proper journalists know shorthand.
I think you'll find I'm not a proper journalist in that case.
Don't be silly. I'm quite aggrieved. Why would I do this? I'm not getting paid, am I? Awkward silence. Oh, got on with it.
Right. Could you tell me a bit about your character in Voyage of the Damned?
You don't need me to tell you that. Have you read the script? That's what I perform. You can tell them about my character. What a silly question.
To be honest, I just open interviews like that to make the person feel comfortable, as it's not too difficult too difficult to answer. It's not working, is it?
I don't have anything to say.
I'll try another. What was your initial reaction to the script?
Terrific.
What qualities do you think make a script terrific?
What would you say? I'm sure we can agree. What ingredients do you admire?
Fast, colourful scripts with proper emotion.
On Doctor Who, this is? Well, I wouldn't know, because I don't know any other Doctor Who scripts. But this chap, Russell T Davies, seems to be a phenomenon. He not only invents all these strange and wonderful creatures from God knows where, but he's managed to get in a lot of humour. Unfortunately, it's the Doctor who has most of the humour. Being a comic actor, I've missed not making a few jokes. However, one does one's job.
Mr. Copper's shaky grasp of Earth culture should get some laughs.
Well, I've become a bit of an old fuddy-duddy, as it wasn't until we'd been filming for 2 weeks that I realised Mr. Copper is an alien. It's clever how they've got all the trappings of 1920s or whenever the Titanic was.
It was 1912.
Fine, even earlier. I thought if I'm an alien, should I have played that part in a different way? Nobody said that. It dawned rather slowly. It's quite sweet. Mr. Copper is a very appealing character. He's much older than the rest of the gang, but he's brave. He's useful in the fight against our enemies, and he's rewarded in the end, so the writer likes him. There's no reason why I shouldn't. When I did this 25 years ago, it was a very different kettle of fish. Although Joe Bell was a lovely part also, I had a very nice death, which I remember with pleasure.
Have you always wanted to act?
I've always wanted to perform, which is slightly different. having reached this enormously old age and having done a great deal professionally, I now feel able to be myself. I'm happy talking as myself. I've got my own little cabaret show. Well, I say little, I can do it a whole evening. I do it with a young girl. I tell stories about my career. I call it Richard Bucket Overflows because I'm rather fed up with people just thinking of me as Richard from keeping up appearances, which they often do.
Do people shout Richard at you in the street?
Sometimes I tell them to fuck off.
Right. One final question.
Oh, I think that's more than enough, isn't it? How many pages are you going to have on Mr. Copper?
Well, I was just going to ask.
There's no reason why I should talk to you at all, so you shouldn't push it. I'm sure you'll write something very nice. I know you all think that this is a big world, this Who business, but it isn't. There are much bigger things than this.
Maybe, but it means a lot to a great many.
Yeah, goodbye.
Guy Smith was talking to Benjamin Cook. There you go.
Oh, bravo. Bravo, both of you.
A little Christmas pantomime for you, Robin.
That's a great Secret Santa right there. Oh my. I mean, I remember when we first did our little season 4 retrospective, you brought up that infamous interview and told me to go and read it. I never did find the chance to read it, and I'm so glad I didn't because what a grumpy old man.
It's great, isn't it? It's truly.
To be fair, you'd feel the same if you were talking to Benjamin Cook.
Yeah. It's really funny that they decided to print that as well. Like they were like, yeah, do you know what? Let's fucking print it. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's like you could maybe shorthand it a little bit. It's like, no, we're just gonna air all the dirty laundry there.
I love how on the picture that of the page that Jack sent me, it says at the top that it's all good banter. It's just banter, guys.
Yeah.
This is great banter. Oh dear me. Well, look, I will say apologies, everyone, that this is your first episode in a while. Life got fucking busy for us all. We'll try and get some more episodes. We'll try and get back onto schedule in the new year now. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happiest of New Year's. Thank you all for listening this year. It's been amazing.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Star, for everything you've both done for the podcast year. Can I just say, Star, the MVP of the podcast, by the way, in terms of
damn straight.
In terms of being editor, producer, artist, the driving force behind a lot of it. The podcast has never looked as good as it does now, and it's all because of her. So please, please, please give Star her flowers.
Thank you. And by flowers, he means follow Beyond Stars artwork on Instagram or Beyond Stars Productions, either or. Thank you.
And I've just thought this is probably going to be out. My goodness, sir, it's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve, sir.
One more sleep till Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. I've been Jack.
I've been Robin.
I've been Star.
And join us in 2026 for an awful lot of running because we're going to do much more of it. Goodbye, you awful, awful people. Ta-ra for now.
Okay, so Jack,
yeah,
how many did you get on your bingo card?
I got them all. I got every single one.
Wait,
I missed 2. I couldn't figure out how to put in your disco needs your locomotion.
I want to say I think it's amazing you got Padam in. I thought that was fantastic, especially that you did it as a quote as well. So
yeah,
I'm sorry. What are you two scheming about?
Oh, Robin, didn't you realize
we've been playing Kylie Bingo?
Yeah.
What?
The entire episode we were trying to fit in as many Kylie songs as we could. Star made little bingo cards for us, and I got every single one, so I got a full house.
Yeah, I was 2 away from having a full house.
Did you find that as you were doing it, it was really difficult not to shout bingo?
It really was. But also, I was like so focused on trying to think, how do I fit your disco?
Right? It was really difficult to fit them in and then also think analytically about the episode. So, people, if you're listening now, I'm really sorry if I wasn't like my usual standard. I say that as if I'm any good at fucking speaking about Doctor Who. If you thought, oh, Jack's a bit off this episode, this is why. This is why.
No, you've been amazing. I'm more of a Madonna fan, so I'm going through Kylie's songs right now, and I'm now seeing all these little schemes that you both did. These,
yeah.
Oh,
I'm really
right.
surprised you didn't pick up on them. Like, I really thought that the ones like Vegas High or Red-Blooded
No,
Woman were gonna-
locomotion definitely set me off. I was like, hang on, is that a little reference I see there? But all right, you twos, I'll let you off.
Oh, it was very funny.
Hello, you awful, awful people. Thank you for listening to an awful lot of running, a Doctor Who podcast. If you've enjoyed what you've heard, then please consider liking, subscribing, sharing on social media, or even leaving us a review on YouTube or your chosen podcast platform. It really does help us out an awful lot. And we greatly appreciate it. Seriously? We greatly appreciate it. An awful lot. Okay, who writes this? Honestly, who writes this? Okay? Look, it's bad enough doing the Tom and not be paid, but like, come on, guys. What do you want me to do here? You give me no script, and you expect me to go what? Oh, right, okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. All right, bye.